But first, we're talking to learning expert Marcia Kish about the future of hybrid learning in schools and how it's changing education. Up next. With the end of the school year approaching, educators will finally have a moment to take stock of what they've learned over the past year and prepare their classrooms for a hybrid and blended learning environment. Well, the pandemic presented an opportunity to reimagine what school could look like and put a microscope on learning loss. The education sector received nearly, wait for it, $279 billion in stimulus money, and there is a limit to time to spend it. Joining us today to discuss some of the latest classroom initiatives is learning expert Marcia Kish. Marcia, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So tell me what you think the biggest challenges you've seen for students and teachers this past year.
Wow. Before the pandemic and even during the pandemic, student engagement. Every school I worked with this school was, how do we engage these students? The pandemic increased that because we had virtual kids, we had on-site kids, and now we're like, how does this work? So student engagement. Blended learning, hybrid learning is going to be here to stay, but we've learned from this past year and we're going to move forward.
So there's a lot of options out there when a school is looking to use some of that stimulus money to purchase new technology. So what features should they be considering?
There's actually 3 things that we want you to think about before you go and purchase something. Number 1, how easy is it for the teachers to use and the students? We want those devices and products in the hands of the students, and we don't want it to be clunky. Number 2, we want to really think about that engagement aspect. When we go and create and find these devices and websites, we want it to align to the curriculum, but also we want to make sure that engagement is there. And number 3, gamification. These students love to battle each other. So when we come across different websites, see if there's some type of fun game that is tied into it.
Well, those are 3 things to live by in the classroom and in life, I think. So what are some of the ways that classrooms are using this new technology?
Okay, so hang tight with me. This one is really cool. This is the Ohmni Robot. And what it is like a remote control car for students. The students will join a Zoom session from anywhere around the world, and they will be able to remote control around the classroom, join small groups, participate in a science lab, go to a small group meeting with the teacher, or just be able to talk to their friends. Number two, this is a really cool one. So when we were in school, we had the teacher, when she wanted to tell us something, she would turn her back and write on the wall, right? This is really fun. So now when I'm talking about the water cycle, I can draw onto the screen talking about how the heat warms up the water and then it evaporates into the clouds, and I never lose eye contact with you. And then something else that we really want to focus in are quality websites. So some of my favorite websites that I would like to share out with you is, number 1 is Freckle. Freckle.com is a website that is adapted and gamified. So it's for math, science, language arts, and social studies. Super fun. Another one is Flipgrid. I love Flipgrid because it allows the students to showcase their understanding of the content via video. And last but not least, this one's for the students, the teachers, and the parents. It's Snappy Class. And Snappy Class is an app, and it will show you all the assignments that are missing, are coming up, or due from Google Classroom.
Marcia, that is amazing. I mean, you're talking to somebody that had a blackboard in their classroom. That's how old I am. This is amazing and such good information for the folks at home. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. For more information, you can go to blendedlearningpd.com.